basically this leaves me with A350 trips. Hey guys, and welcome to a new flight attendant video. Today I'm going to show you what my November schedule is going to be like. Today is actually Thursday the 28th of October. Currently it's 8 a.m. so I know that my schedule has been posted yesterday because I always have to receive my schedule on or before the 27th each month. Actually, I was working yesterday and I didn't get back home until late, so I didn't feel like checking my roster. I mean, I would have loved to check it, but then I wouldn't have a live schedule reveal for you guys because like it was already dark when I got home and I didn't want to film with my studio lights and set everything up. So I'm just gonna wait until the morning. So yeah, that's where we are right now. So I know that my schedule has to be here. I don't know whether I got my bids. So right now I have 2 bids. Usually I have 3 bids, but due to the pandemic, we still are not back to our normal life. So I get a main bid and an additional bid. Like usually in the past, before COVID was a thing, I was actually able to get like 3 long haul flights, no problem, especially when I was part of the A380 team. But since the A380 is no longer operating, I only have the A350 that I can work on right now for long haul. Like I still have my 330 and 340 license, but those are not operating at the moment either. Basically, this leaves me with A350 trips. And then for my additional trip, like I checked, there was not a single long haul flight I could have bid on. I was like, really? So for my main bid, I bid on an LA trip. I have been wanting to go to LA for a really long time. I think the last time I went there was in May and I was lucky back then because I got it out of reserve. But somehow those trips were super popular. I remember back in the day, like even when I started flying, I was able to get an LA trip like basically every single month. So that was not the most popular flight somehow, but right now it is pretty popular because flights are still limited. I'm basically back to working, I'd say like 80 or 90% of what I used to work, like if you take the hours into consideration. And for my second bid, I didn't care about the trip. I only cared about the days. So I didn't want to work many weekends. I have 10 days of vacation left that are scheduled in November anyways. So I was a little limited in that you have a dentist appointment, just like a checkup, like, you know, you gotta go to your annual or biannual checkups. And I had that day blocked in my schedule and that made it very difficult to actually bid on a trip. And then I want to go see my friend Mariella in Vienna, and I am also going to go to Graz soon for a function. So my sister was done with her post-grad studies a while ago, but due to the pandemic they didn't have like a formal graduation ceremony for a really long time, and it's finally happening in November and I really want to attend, and that's why I had to like take whatever was left. Originally I wanted a 4-day trip. I'll tell you more about it later, but the only thing that I found for the dates I wanted to work was a 3-day trip with more hours, but we'll see if that works. I think I bid on like 65 hours or something, and I had to stay below 69 hours because of how the whole pandemic flying thing works right now. So I get hours for every vacation day basically. That's how it works. So let's see. I have been babbling on. Let's see for ourselves. It's just buffering, but like I said, I know that it has to be here. So November. Schedule's here, and yeah, this is an awesome schedule. Like this has probably been one of the best schedules I've gotten lately. This is a really good schedule. So I am going to LA in November. I got my LA trip. I'm really excited because I haven't been there in a long time, but I used to go to LA like basically every single month. Back when I was part of the A380 crew, at least in summertime when the LA trip was operated on our A380. So that's actually a really nice trip. I will be working on one weekend, but that's totally fine with me. I have all of the other weekends off. I have my weekend off where I'm gonna go to Vienna to see my friend Mariella. And I have the days off where I'm gonna go to Graz for my sister's graduation ceremony. And I got the 3-day trip I bid on. So actually the trip is not that great, if I'm honest. I mean, the times are just awesome. So it starts late and it ends not that late so I can take the train so that Mario has the car. That's what I was also trying to bid on like a trip that would make it able for me to use the train, because for my LA trip I need the car. Like taking a train super early in the morning, there just aren't that many trains leaving from Munich super early. So yeah, but that trip, so I'll have a London and a Paris layover. There won't be much time, so I don't think I'll get to sightsee or explore anything. Maybe in Paris I can go sightseeing for a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. I kind of want to avoid London or UK layover. It's not that I have anything against UK, not at all. I used to love working UK flights, but ever since the pandemic started, like immigration is sort of hard, especially also with Brexit and all of that. And there's just so much paperwork, and I kind of wanted to avoid that, but this was the only trip that got me the days off that I needed off, and that got me enough hours so that I didn't risk any other trips in my roster that cruise scheduling could have put in there on days that I wanted off. So that's basically why I bid on this trip. And we used to stay in the city center, but until a couple of weeks ago, crews were actually subject to hotel quarantine or room quarantine, I'm not sure. But now if you're fully vaccinated, you can actually go out and about. But because of that, we stayed closer to the airport, because it doesn't make sense to have a bus driver crew all over London if they have to stay in a hotel quarantine. But things have changed. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure we get a discount on that train that goes from Heathrow to the city center of London. I think it's called like the London Heathrow Express or something. But I don't think I'll make it into the city. It's just gonna be a hotel layover for me, I guess. Like I said, I totally love the UK, like London. Also, Birmingham is really nice. I used to love my Birmingham layovers. If it wasn't for all of the paperwork, I'd bid on those trips all the time, just saying. So don't get me wrong. So anyways, like I mentioned, I have 10 days of scheduled vacation time in there, and that's basically it. So November, I'm only working 2 trips, but those trips get me tons of hours. So because of that, it's a really good schedule. It means I'll only have to go to the airport twice, which also means I'll be saving on gas and money for the train. And like I said, I have a lot of stuff planned, and then like all those Christmas preparations, like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go help my mom bake some cookies and stuff, and due to that, I am very glad that I have some time off in November. I don't think I'll be going on vacation anywhere because I have too much stuff planned already, but that's totally fine. I'll be looking forward to some awesome vacations next year probably. Anyways, I feel like this was maybe not the most interesting schedule reveal because I'm only working 2 trips, and those were exactly the ones I bid on. But hey, I'm one happy camper here because actually I got everything I bid on. I have the days off that I wanted off, and I'm only working 1 weekend. And if you're not a flight attendant, you might not get how tricky it is to get weekends off, but it actually is, because a lot of people want weekends off. And usually I can just like put my off days in there and then be like, okay, I'm sure I'll have those 4 consecutive days off. I would have been able to do that for November, but I didn't want to do that because if you don't use your off days, like they'll still schedule off days, but if you don't like choose your off days for a couple of months, your seniority when it comes to off days is increasing. And I do want Christmas off, so I haven't used my off day privilege in about half a year. So I've been saving those up. Like I said, I still get my off days. I just get them whenever my airline wants me to have my off days and not when I want them. But that means I'll probably be able to get Christmas off. Still, fingers crossed, because like due to the whole pandemic operations, everything has been so different. But yeah, this is like next month's schedule is gonna be really nerve-wracking. I can tell you that much. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, make sure that you click on the subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any of my future videos. By the way, on the viewfinder, it seems like my face is like lighting up. That's because the sun's just coming out, because I told you guys it's like 8 AM. So yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for your support, and I really hope you're all having a wonderful November. I hope all of you flight attendants have awesome schedules just like mine. I know if you're like based in the US, you'll probably be celebrating Thanksgiving. We don't have that here, so yeah. But to all my American friends, I really hope if you are a flight attendant, you manage to get Thanksgiving off, or anyone else that celebrates Thanksgiving. I really hope that you're gonna be able to spend that with your friends and family. Always in concern of like the pandemic. Anyways, I feel like I have talked enough. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.